What is up? My name is George, the sports freak. Alright, so a lot of people aren't talking enough about the Denver Broncos. This year in the draft, they actually had a very, very good draft. In the first round, they drafted Jeudy, the wide receiver from Alabama. I'm a big Alabama fan. This guy was for sure, in my opinion, the number one wide receiver. He was a top wide receiver, probably one of the best route runners I've ever seen coming out of high school when he was recruited by Alabama. And then from Alabama, it was just, as soon as he stepped on the freshman year, like he and Tua had a connection. Sophomore year, he won the award for the best top wide receiver in the country. His junior year wasn't as great, but he still was showing that he's one of the best wide receivers. He is an elite wide receiver, and the Denver Broncos, to get him there at that pick, and you'd think he wouldn't be available, was a steal, in my opinion. And then later in the second round, they were able to get Hamler, the guy from Penn State. This dude is really fast. People are talking about Henry Ruggs. I'm a big fan of Henry Ruggs. He's fast, but this other guy was as fast as well. He didn't get to run the 40 at the combine due to injury. And he's like, what I've seen with the Denver Broncos is they're surrounding Drew Lock with every single weapon possible. Every single weapon possible. I mean, people are like, what? They could have other needs. Why are they going for this wide receiver? Why are they going for that? The Denver Broncos are in the division with the Kansas City Chiefs, so they know they have to put points on the board. The last time I think they played at Arrowhead. It was a rough game. It was snow, and like Drew Lock's first, I don't know if it was the first away game, but he was going in rough conditions. It wasn't the ideal situation you want for your rookie quarterback, and they lost by a solid margin there. John Elway knows next season we have to go into Arrowhead. We have to win. We have to win. And the only way we can win is by outscoring the Kansas City Chiefs, because Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. You have to respect that. And you have a good defense, not the greatest defense on the planet, but you got Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, Kareem Jackson, all these playmakers on defense. And that's all that John Elway and that defense needs. They just need playmakers to come up and make plays at the right time, and they need their offense to just keep scoring. That's why they brought Pat Shurmur in to help develop Drew Lock along further and to build this offense around Drew Lock. They even went out and got the tight end from Missouri, who happens to be, however, you have a connection with Drew Lock when they were both together at Missouri. And he's actually, what I've heard is he's actually he's faster than Noah Fant. And we all know how great Noah Fant is. When Drew Lock stepped on the field, he blossomed really well, in my opinion. And to top that off, they got Melvin Gordon. They got the running back from the Chargers on free agency, and they already have Phillip Lindsay, who's a stud. So they got two stud running backs in the backfield. Both can catch and run. They both will complement each other very well. And as I said, I don't know if I mentioned Courtland Sutton. So they got Courtland Sutton, KJ Hamler, and Jerry Jeudy. That is an elite wide receiving core. They are out there to compete. They know they have to go. The main people are like, the Raiders, they have the Chargers. Chargers have an elite wide receiver core as well. But the main goal is the Chiefs. They're going out there and saying the tone. Have to beat the Chiefs with their weapons on offense. We know we can't go into a low-scoring battle with them. That's not going to happen. Chiefs are too good. So we got to go out there and beat them at their own game, which is offensively. We got to go out there and put more points on the board. The Broncos are primed this upcoming season to do just that. I think they're not getting enough credit. People are saying they're picking them to finish second or third. I still think people are picking the Raiders to finish last, but everyone's saying the Chiefs are up there. I'm not so sure that the Chiefs are actually going to win this year's division. I do think that the Denver Broncos have a big chance of winning this division. They have so many weapons, as I said. It's crazy. And Drew Lock and his development. Drew Lock showed so much promise as a quarterback last year. He was my number one quarterback going into that last year's draft, and he fell to the second round, which I was shocked because the talent this guy had. He had the best arm. And he can scramble around, extend plays, which is so big in today's game. And I was like, okay, he's first of all, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He's going to be mentally like, I got to prove people wrong. I got to go and show that they made a mistake. All these other teams that did not draft me. And so he did that. He got to sit under Joe Flacco and learn the offense, to wait, be patient. I think being put on IR was probably the biggest. I know there's a lot of confusion saying he was ready at this point during the season, but they still had him on IR. Elway was saying another thing, and I think that was a genius move to keep him on the bench like that, waiting, even when he was healthy, is it helped him get mentally ready, locked in. understand the offense, understand the opponents, their defense, what they're running, and I think that really, really developed and helped Drew Lock. And so I think this upcoming season, he's going to take the NFL by storm. I'm not saying he's going to be the MVP, but don't be surprised if he has that type of impact on the league. I think he can. As I said, I've watched him before at Missouri. He's a stud. He's got the work ethic, which is important, the right mindset, everything you need to be successful. And I think the Broncos, the sky's the limit. They got, like I said, they got all these weapons on offense. They got guys on defense. They got a good coach. Pat Shurmur getting him as the offensive coordinator. I think this is perfect. And defensively, like I said before, they got playmakers on defense. Von Miller, you couldn't ask for more. I think they can finish easily 11-5. 11-5 or 10-6 is definitely for sure. I think they're going to finish at least second. I don't trust the Chargers enough with led by Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert. I've made so many videos talking about Justin Herbert. I'm not a big fan of Justin Herbert. And the Raiders, I don't know what they're doing at times. I agree with the Ruggs decision, but I don't know what their other picks. They confuse me a lot, and I'm not the biggest believer in what they're doing. But they could also be up in the decision of up in potentially doing something. But defensively, the Raiders are a mess in my opinion. So I think they're going to get blown up by the Chiefs and the Broncos with the offensive powers that they have. I think the Broncos definitely could finish second in the division. We'll have to see. It's going to be really interesting. I cannot wait for the NFL season to start. It's totally crazy, but do not write off Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos, what they're building, what they've done. They are coming out and they're saying, hey, our offense is going to be elite next season, and you can't stop us. You can stop one of us, but you can't stop all of us. We got speed, we got route running, we got hands. They got all three things you'd want in three different wide receivers. Courtland Sutton, 6'3", big, can go up there and grab the ball, got those hands. Jerry Jeudy, route runner, can break ankles left and right. Cornerbacks and safeties they'll just fall dead on the field. And then KJ Hamler, you can't even keep up with them. And then you got to worry about Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon in the backfield. I mean, it's just a nightmare for a defensive coordinator to game plan each week for that. But you guys let me know what you think. Do you think Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos are going to take this massive step forward, which I believe they will? If you guys think that, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, make sure to ring the bell so the next time you're notified I post a video. Follow me on Instagram, the link is down below, and I'll see you on another video soon.